I'm gonna make sure this is still working. Oops, get the sound here. Alright, looks good. Wow, it has been a minute since we have streamed. I have thought about streaming for a while, but I've been super busy with jobs and stuff. So yeah, right away what we're going to do is I've got a Nintendo Switch here that came in with a couple of other jobs, and this one specific needs a new mid frame. And the reason is because the Joy-Con rail broke off, and there's only 1, 2, 3 spots for screws left, and I just realized, yeah, I do have some extra screws. I'm going to need some extra screws for the mid frame, but when you change the mid frame on the Nintendo Switch, it means you have to basically take apart everything in order to get this changed out. So yeah, let's get started on it. All right. I kind of figured this would be more of a AMA and come chill with me while I fix stuff. We have a lot of jobs in the shop right now, so I'm just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially. And you probably won't be able to see my bench too much unless you guys really want to see it. I'll show you. Other than that, yeah, pretty much we're just chilling, trying to get this thing opened up, and then we're gonna have to remove the digitizer. Oh, wait a minute, do we have to? Yeah, I think so. I think we have to remove the digitizer and the LCD. I think, maybe. It's been a while. I think I've done at least one of these before. Yeah, because I think we have to remove, like, we basically have to remove everything. Tear the entire thing apart. Okay. So this switch doesn't have... I hear some really loud beeping downstairs. I wonder what that's from. So last night we actually had some really bad storms. Apparently we're supposed to have really bad storms again tonight that are even worse. So Godspeed, gentlemen. Godspeed. Hope everything goes well tonight. All right, we need... I have the mid frame. I think I may have left it out in the main room. I'll probably go grab it in just a minute. I'll probably get most of this apart first and then just kind of go from there. All right, we got the Nintendo Switch mostly apart. Yeah, let's get the board out now. All right. No, maybe, I mean, I could always, I only have one camera, so just that one. Eventually I'd like a top-down camera, but one day. A man can dream and hope. Manuel, thank you. You're also a master. You're amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just, you know, to be honest, I wanted to stream tonight. I've been wanting to stream for a while because I really do enjoy live stream, a really good live stream. Every now and again, if you guys know Computer Booter, I'll pop in on his live streams every now and again just to say hey. I don't always have the time to, because I work my one job, and then I do my shop basically full time. So essentially 2 full-time jobs. So it can be very, very chaotic. I think there's a really loud like ringing noise, I think, coming from downstairs. So I'm gonna go close our front door, and maybe that'll help with the sound. Okay, that did not really help with the sound, but okay, where is the, I had the mid frame here somewhere. Let me see. No, I got the Joy-Con, that. Okay, here's the switch. I gotta go find the mid frame. I don't know where I put it. I just, oh wait a minute. Did I put it up here? No, that's not it. That's an old mid frame. I have the new mid frame here somewhere. Hang on one second. Okay, gentlemen, I'm back. I got the mid frame. I have it here. I was wondering where it was for a minute. Yeah, so today, like I mentioned a little bit ago, we had some flooding over here on the east side, east coast. Let's say east coast. It's like Midwest East Coast, because Michigan, it's kind of in the middle. Yeah, we had some like really severe flooding, and apparently it's going to be even way worse tonight. That's what I've been hearing anyways. Yeah, not only do we have to replace the mid frame, we got to replace the Joy-Con rail as well, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, in order to replace the mid frame, we got to take everything apart. And then once we get everything apart, we can then put everything back together. Even like including like the speakers, even the battery, like literally we have to transplant everything. It's like doing a major surgery. It's ridiculous. The switch light is a lot easier, but the thing is you don't have to replace the switch light mid frame that often. Mainly you're gonna replace like the switch light housing if you're gonna do anything, which that's pretty difficult because the LCD is glued. Well, it has adhesive and it's very, very fragile. All right, peoples, we got the motherboard out, so that's good. Now we just need to, yeah, at this point, pretty much, let me see here. What do we got to do to get the mid frame out? Let me see. Let's see what else is left here. I got to look at it. So I just did one recently. I think this one, even the like front frame plastic piece is also attached, I think. Yeah, because I know okay, so here's our mid frame. So I think we got what I remember, we're gonna have to get the screen out, I believe. Yeah, probably be safe. Better safe than sorry to get the actual screen, the LCD and the digitizer out. Would probably be best, to be honest. I'm gonna go grab my heat mat and we'll move forward in that direction, my friends. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that heat mat. Okay, I'm back. I could plug it in. Okay. Set the board off to a safe place. All right, now we can heat this up. So, like for instance, we're going to be removing the. There's a screen protector on this too, so we got to be careful with it. But we're going to be removing the digitizer and the LCD in order to get rid of this mid frame here, because I believe that this is all at this point just adhesive holding this front thing in, and I want to be super careful with the actual LCD. What's up? Hello from Iceland. Well, hello, my friend. Hello from Detroit, Michigan. Well, Woodhaven, Michigan, but Detroit, basically. We're going to heat this up. The heat mat is going... So the heat mat that I'm using is the CPB. It looks like this. This heat mat, we're going to heat it up. Okay, sorry. I have my multimeter plugged in here. So we're actually going to heat this up to 70 Celsius. Just to get that adhesive nicely warmed up. That way when we get like a razor blade in there, or like not an isoscemal, but like the bigger metal one you'll see in a few minutes, then we can like get around the digitizer and get it unglued from the frame. And then we can get rid of the battery out of the frame as well using the same heat. All right. I'm just going to turn the volume down on my phone so it doesn't go off during the stream like that. I'll keep the volume up just a little bit just in case. Yeah. So hopefully this goes well. Yeah, today we had a PS5 no power, had an issue with the power supply. We had another PS5 come in, liquid damage from the flood that happened. We had an Xbox One original power supply that we need to recap. We had, what else? We had a tablet that the charging port broke away from the little charging port board. I think it's a Samsung A7 tab A7. And then what's in the shop right now, we've got this Nintendo Switch. As far as repair goes, minus all the stuff that's already gotten done, but as far as repair goes, right now we got this Nintendo Switch. Then we have a PS5 that shuts off when it hits the welcome screen. We have a PS5 with an HDMI problem. We have two iPads. One of them doesn't charge. One of them has an LCD, cracked LCD. So hopefully we can solve some of these issues. The iPads I can't touch tonight because I actually don't have parts for them. I'll order parts for them. I don't typically have a whole lot of iPad parts in stock. At least right now, the main portion of CF Micro Repairs is motherboard repair. I mean, we get all sorts of different repairs and jobs, and we had a gentleman that's probably going to be, I don't know if he's going to be dropping off tonight, but we did have at least one guy that was talking about dropping off a diesel tuner that needs an HDMI port, which connects from HDMI probably to OBD2 or something like that. So he needs that replaced. But yeah, I mean, we have random jobs like that. We got a PA system in. that needs some capacitors, and it turns out it needs a resistor as well that's burnt open. We need that. And of course the iPad that needs an LCD, we gotta order that. Yeah, I mean, it's like a mixture of different things. It's always different. We always have like different stuff. I'm gonna go get the cutting tool for the screen for this Nintendo Switch, and then we can try to remove the digitizer and go from there. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So the tools that I'm going to use, if the white balance is off, like if I'm too bright, I'm really sorry. Maybe what I could do, if I turn this light off, does this look, I'm trying to think if this looks better for you. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it on for now. That way at least you guys can see. Alright, so we have 3 tools here. I got one of these plastic cards that's a little bit thicker. I love using these. I mean, I use these from all sorts of different things. I usually use this in place of like a guitar pick. You can get them with most MacBook battery replacement kits. I like to use a razor blade. I also like to use one of these iFlex metal things to actually remove like to get under back glass on phones, iPad glass, Nintendo Switch, etc. So we're probably good to go here. It's pretty warm. Try to get under the front here. Might be kind of tough because the it has a digitizer, or it has a screen protector, I'm sorry. We do have some alcohol too. Just a tiny bit goes a long way. We're gonna have to take this screen protector off because I think it's gonna cause me trouble, to be honest. And I'll put it in a safe place so we don't dirty it. And if we have to replace this screen protector for the customer, it's fine. Okay. All right. We have a very, very nice screen here. Let's go ahead and get a razor blade here. And get this pried up here. These digitizers are no joke, man. All right. Once we get a portion of the digitizer up, we can slide this plastic underneath it here, and we can slowly work it up more and more. You want to be careful with the alcohol around the LCD. Because if the alcohol seeps into the LCD, it will not turn out well for you, my friend. Just trust me. Ask me how I know. But the adhesive comes up real nice and easy when you have a little bit of alcohol to help it free up. Go. It's slowly coming. Slowly but surely. There we go. There we are. Okay, it's about to fold open. Or I'd like to hope and think that it would, right? Okay. That tiny bit of alcohol I put in there is slowly starting to free it up. Amazing. Now we can pull the digitizer right on out. Beautiful. I promise I have done this at least a couple times. It's a little bit more nerve-wracking when you have people watching you, though. I don't know how Computer Booter does it, man. He is an actual genius. The amount of like nerve-wrackingness having people watch you like fix stuff all day, every day would just torment me. Plus, I work better when I'm alone. All right. Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was adhesive. It looks like it's got 4 screws here. That's the reason we had to take the digitizer off. To be honest, I actually forgot how to do this. In the back of my mind, I just knew. It was like, okay, we got to take this. We have to take the digitizer off for some reason. I couldn't remember the reason why, though. Okay. Yeah, once we take these 4 screws out, it'll free it up from the mid-frame. And then, my friends, we are good to move forward. There we go. Okay. Dang it. All right, looks like we're good. Okay, we got the Wi-Fi antenna and the fan we got to get out too. Like I said, doing a mid-frame, man, everything's got to come out. Like you don't get any leeway, man. You got to take everything. Everything has to come out. Okay. So you got to reroute the Wi-Fi antenna and get this thing out of there. Okay, this wasn't that bad. All right, there's the first Wi-Fi antenna. Now we got to get the white one out and gotta get the power button and volume button flex out of here. Dang, this is like really in there. We're gonna have to use a little bit of alcohol. And we have some extra volume button flexes if I break it. It's not a big deal. All right, cool. That's done. The battery is going to be one of the big things that we get out. It's going to take a little bit. That's where I like to use one of these. I hate using metal because, well, sometimes if you use metal, a lot of people like to use metal. I am not one of them. I absolutely hate using metal. The reason, ask me how I know. Because I had a thermal event one time. Not on a Nintendo Switch. It was on a cell phone. And thankfully, the main board was already out of the phone by the time I was getting the battery out. But that is a true story, my man. That's why I only use plastic to get batteries out of phones. Because screw that. Okay. Now, we basically just have left the speakers, which I can probably just pop them out. It's been a while since I did one of these, like I mentioned. There's one speaker. There's the other one. All right, we're good on speakers now. As for the battery, Nintendo used an ungodly amount of adhesive to put the battery in, so we're going to use an ungodly amount of alcohol to help soften that adhesive, and we're going to use a lot of heat to help loosen that adhesive, and hopefully we'll get our battery out very smoothly and with no issues. That would be a good time. I'm gonna set the not set the temp, but set the direction in which we heat this thing up. All right. So now that we're getting that out, we can actually start rebuilding the new mid frame if we want. So I'll probably start with the Wi-Fi antennas and kind of work our way backwards. How are you guys doing tonight? I am just fixing stuff all day, every day. Whether I'm here or I'm at my other job, I am always, you can count on it. I'll be somewhere fixing something. It's usually something that somebody messed up, obviously. Okay, I might have to start with the other Wi-Fi antenna first. All right. Just right now I'm trying to reroute the Wi-Fi antenna, mainly because the Wi-Fi antenna is needs to be routed. I know, common sense, right? Perfect. It's all coming together. Slowly but surely. Mid-frame replacements are no joke. They take forever. You have to take everything apart. It's not fun. Unless you like tormenting yourself, then it's fun. It just depends, man. Depends on how you are as a person. Okay, so that's basically in. I am going to put the other Wi-Fi antenna in, and then I am going to put the front part of this frame on just to seal the deal. Yeah, man. Kind of reminds me of Emperor's New Groove. Kronk. It's all coming together. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Now we can put our screws in, at least for this part of the frame. And the battery is getting warmed up. That means I think good things are coming. The battery will be coming out very, very soon. Do you guys know if I have good audio? Does it sound good to you guys? Just want to make sure it doesn't sound like absolute like hogwash crap. And then I've been just talking into nothingness for an eternity. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, and I can put that under there. All right. Cool. Things are okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right. I figured it did, but I just wasn't sure. Okay. We need some double-sided stick tape. I've got some right up here. Let me do something real quick. Okay. All right, that works. Now I can get the tape. Basically, we just need a little bit for the power button volume flex. Okay, just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit, because we gotta place it here. Okay, looks good. It's getting in there. We just basically need to like start assembling everything now. To be honest, you probably put the LCD back in there along with the digitizer, and then call it good. Oh crap! Looks like the LCD kind of stuck to the digitizer a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to unstick it. And I did, and it's clean. Wow. Awesome. Okay, now we can stick that in there, like so. Get the LCD connector in there, along with the backlight. Cool. All right, cool. Yep, that looks good. And to be honest, this adhesive is actually still good. So we're gonna just go ahead and go with it. Get the digitizer. What I will do though, just to seal the deal for this switch, is I will put some clamps on it at the end, just to make sure 100% that this switch is good to go. Put the speakers in. Yeah, that's nice. It's really coming together now. That's nice. Okay, we can put the fan in. We're still waiting for this battery because I want to get this battery nice and super duper hot. Probably jump it up to like 89 Celsius. Now the battery itself probably won't get that hot, but it's gonna, like, the bottom of the battery where the adhesive is gonna get like pretty hot. It's gonna get close to that. I think that'll be more than enough heat for this. Okay. Yeah, this thing is coming together real nice. I'm very, very happy with this. Okay, cool. Start plugging stuff in, hooking stuff up. I'm hooking up the Wi-Fi antennas now, trying to get them plugged in. There we go. I'll plug that in later. Okay, the battery's getting warm still. That's really good. And we'll put some adhesive strip tape right there for the battery, and it will be good to go. Okay. Just trying to get the fan and the power button, volume button, flex cables plugged in. There we go. Done, done, done. Now we can go ahead and put in the fan screws. Where there they are. The other fan screws. There it is. It's starting to come together. Am I right? Am I right? Heck yeah, man. Awesome. It's looking good. Looking super duper fresh. There we go. Things are coming together here. Okay. Oh, perfect. Get in there, sir. Okay. It's working. There we go. Kind of have to reroute this cable just a little bit for the Wi-Fi because I did not give enough slack. And I would rather have the battery for this switch sit and get hot for a little bit anyways. Just think it's probably better off like that anyway. Okay. I gave myself a lot more slack. We're good to go. AWT, if you're still there, boss. You said you're from Iceland? And Mr. Manuel, if you're still there, where are you from, sir? That's so cool, man. How long have you been a fan of the channel? Mr. Manuel. Philadelphia. I've actually been to Philly once. Back in 2016. Dude, that's so cool though. Alright. Let me get these screws in to hold the motherboard in just a little bit. Thank you, man. I try to make it as good and as appealing to you guys as possible, as fun to watch as I can. Oh, wow. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. It definitely means the world. Do you guys also fix electronics, or is it just a hobby you like to watch? All right. Had to do a couple of things there. Okay, now I can put the fan back in. Should be good now. All right. It's all coming together real nicely. We built up pretty much the motherboard. We pretty much put everything back together, just about. We're just missing the battery and a couple like small pieces, and then it's going to be done. All right, so let me see where the battery is at. Battery's pretty hot. So fix computer, cell phones, and start to fix console. That's what's up. That's what's up, Manuel. Yeah, I mean, I started fixing game consoles in 2012. Yeah, I'm just trying to learn more. Yeah. To be honest, man, even in warranty period, like, oh, dude, this came out. This could not have came out better. This came out like butter, man. You get it super hot. That's just that's the way to do it. So you get and here's our old mid frame. We can toss that in the garbage. You get these batteries out, alcohol them, sit them on the heat for, like 10-15 minutes. Get it nice and hot. You get one of these thick playing card type deals, not playing card, but like thicker plastic card. Get it in there and just work it up, and it just comes up super nice. All right, now we can move this out of the way because we are done with the heat mat now. One day my shop will be not so chaotic, and I'll actually have a spot for the heat mat. Maybe like a bench over here and put the heat mat down. I don't know, something. All right, so yeah, this adhesive is actually still good. We could probably reuse this for right here. Hey, man, I try, dude. Okay, yeah, this is all working out real nicely. Very, very, very proud of this. Looks good. Everything is going good. Yeah, like as I was saying, even in warranty periods, like we have customers that bring stuff in warranty still. All right, what am I missing here? You know what? I can try to put this on. Hang on 1 second. I doubt this screen protector is going to sit the same. Unfortunately. It's probably not, unfortunately. Looks like there's stuff under the protector. Let me still try to get it as good as possible. There we go. I'll probably still have to put a new protector on it anyway. But at least we can use it to protect the screen in the meantime, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to replace it. That's fine. All right. Let's see here. We need. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? Because my desk is so small, I'll put stuff in random spots and then. Oh, I remember. Back here. We got the back of the Nintendo Switch, the heat pipe, and this metal shield. We got to install those and a few other things, and then we can actually give this thing a test and see if it works. Which, in my experience, it should. But yeah, we see a lot of people even bring stuff like PS5s in warranty, because even Nintendo Switch, because like we can get it fixed same day in most cases. You know, not only. Oh, I just realized I got to put on the cart reader first, the game cart reader first. But yeah, I mean, like for instance, if a guy wants his if he wants his PS5 fixed or Series X or whatever, like they're gonna get it done. Like they need to get back in the game, and we are here to provide that service. And people will skip. They will skip the warranty and just go directly to us and get it done, so they can have it done like same day. And you know, once you have it done the same day, then you know people are like, yeah, let's get it done. Now, not all repairs are same day, because you know, like for instance, if it's like a switch with no power. Oh, hang on one second. We got a customer. Let me see. Yo, Taptic Digital. Yes, I was invisible. I did reappear though. I'm here now. Dude, Taptic Digital, literally you have literally, I could say literally like 100 times, but you have literally saved my life so many times. If you haven't, I know there is not a super large audience here, but if you have not subscribed to Taptic Digital and you work on phones and obscure phones and tablets and you want to get a good laugh while you're actually learning how to take them apart, go check him out. Like, for real, for real. Heck yeah, man. All right, let's see if this thing turns on. It might add this one. Okay, Nintendo logo. It's dead. This is a Nintendo Switch where we changed the mid-frame because the customer broke off the Joy-Con rail and took some screws and pieces of metal off of the mid-frame as well. So we would only have three screw spots to hold on the Joy-Con rail, and that doesn't really make sense if you can have, like, 6 spots. If there were like 4 or 5 spots, I would probably say okay, and let the customer know, we could reattach a new Joy-Con rail. It's not going to be nearly as sturdy because you broke off the older one, but I mean, it was like there was only 3 spots. It didn't really make sense to continue. So this is one of the Joy-Con rails that we have. I actually need to grab one other Joy-Con rail. Okay, we got the small one here. Okay, so we got 2 Joy-Con rails and enough screws for one of them because the customer did not give me screws for the other one. Evan, you are amazing, dude. Thank you for popping in, and congrats on your new music video, bro. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, Joy-Con drills drifting, so just yeet it off, basically. Facts, dude. Facts. Oh, dude. There we go. Do you guys hear a high-pitched ringing sound? Because I can hear it. It sounds like it's coming from the hallway or something. You can never be too sure where the ringing is coming from here at the Detroiter truck stop. Or the random happenings that just happen from time to time. No, it probably boots, but the battery is dead on this Switch. So hopefully we can get the battery charged up. I think that's the only issue wrong with it. I actually have a Nintendo Switch that I was trying to piece together. A friend of mine actually gave it to me, and we are actually going to be harvesting screws from it because this Switch, dude, to be honest, I've been trying to piece it together for like weeks, and I'll show you why. Wait for it. There it is. It has a mod chip in it. Don't tell nobody, though. Yeah, don't tell anybody about the mod chip that's in this Switch. That's at 21055 West Road, Suite 14A. Don't tell anybody about that, okay? It'll be mine and 6 other people's secrets. All right. Hey, to be honest though, like I mod chipped my wife's Switch. I don't think she uses the mod that often, but like she plays Animal Crossing and she likes the mods. She likes to be able to edit her level and stuff, and it's like, bruh, gotta be able to edit your levels, man. Okay. I gotta remember how this ribbon cable goes because this is a brand new one and it okay, I remember. Kind of like does like a curly Q or something on this side. It's been a minute, to be honest, since I've done one of these. All right, cool. All right, cool. Everything is good to go. Now we're going to steal some screws out of this modded Nintendo Switch so we can replenish. We need 5 screws here. Yeah, I know. Why they designed it like that is just beyond me, man. But whatever. This Nintendo's gonna do what Nintendo's gonna do. Same thing with the with Apple, with the it's the 2019 model that has the chip that will short like 12 volts directly to the NAND, I think is what it is. Speaking of which, I actually have one next to me, but it doesn't turn on. I think it needs a battery. Okay. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Heck yeah. All right, we got 2 Joy-Con rails. Everything is plugged in except for the SD card reader, and everything else is good. So we can grab some Joy-Cons and plug it in, and then hopefully it'll just work. And we will set you off in a nice place, and I will fix you later, my love. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay. So, how you guys doing? No, I'm just kidding. I gotta grab the charger real quick. I will answer that in 1 second. This is a really shoddy way for your lights to be hooked up, but I have been way too busy to change it, so it is what it is, man. Alright, so the Nintendo Switch has a very, very crappy charging system. And essentially what happens is I need my... Oh, that fell down. This was up earlier. No, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. I actually put this this metal thing up here and it fell down. I didn't even notice it. All right. So now I can explain it. Crappy. Yeah, I know. For real though. Yeah. So basically, okay. So this Switch is close to being charged. Initially, if you have a super dead battery, in some cases you just got to hook it up to the power supply and just freaking like send like 1 amp. Yeah, it basically you have to just charge the battery at like 1 amp, like from your power supply, you know, whatever, 3.7 volts, I think. Is that what it is? Yeah. And then, you know, if you pre-charge the battery just like with your probes for like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, then the battery will usually, like, the system will turn on and fast charge normally 15 volts, etc. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo Switch can charge at 12 volts, 9 volts, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I think 12, but definitely 15 and 5. But yeah, for like something like this, like we're waiting. 5 15 volts at half an amp. So that means that the battery is about to be fully charged, or it means that the battery is about to be charged enough to turn on. Because if it usually shows like 15 volts at like 0.13 amps, then we'll go to like 0.21, then like 0.30, and then just get up more. Hey, 2.5 amps is dangerous, man, but like I like the way you're thinking. Oh, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, it is a weird device, man. I don't know why. It's like the M92 chip fails constantly, which is funny because, to be honest, like we'll have some days here at the shop where we'll see like freaking a ridiculous amount of Nintendo Switches all in one day. And then sometimes we'll see nothing but PS5s, nothing but Xboxes, PlayStations. Now today it's Nintendo Switch, PS5, and iPad day. It's just like always changing. Dude, they always come in waves, man. It's not just me. I knew it. I knew it wasn't just me. They always comes in waves. Dude, there was this one time, oh, I have a customer, guys. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier we have a customer that has like a diesel tuner that needs an HDMI port because it connects like through HDMI to OBD2, I'm guessing. And yeah, once we get that replaced, hopefully we could do it same day. I do have some very creative HDMI ports here in the store, so hopefully we can make something happen. But yeah, what I was going to say was one time at my other job, the job before the job that I have now, besides this one, I worked for a company called Assurant, and I'm actually wearing the shirt that I got from there because I absolutely love these shirts. I have like 4 of them, and so I wear them all the time. It says Assurant somewhere, right here, I think. Anyways, so one day we had 4 yellow iPhone 11s that all needed screens in a row. It was the weirdest thing because yellow is not a very common color, and so the fact that you have 4 of them, just should have bought a lotto ticket that day or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, hold on. I think it's on. And touch, just touch. Yes, touch works. Heck yeah. Oh, you guys can't see because of the freaking mic. Okay, and you can see touch is working. It's charging, it's working. Okay, we got to test the Joy-Cons. Does the Joy-Cons connect? The customer dropped off a brand spanking new Joy-Con. Oh, and it's dead. So we're going to have to connect it. We'll see if it charges. There, it connected. And the customer's other Joy-Con. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Yeah, so this thing's working. Yep, charging at like 1 amp. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, this thing's rocking and rolling, my friends. We did some good work in the world today. Okay, I'm probably going to unplug the charger for now. And I am going to unplug the battery. Sounds like I may have my customer coming in. I will be back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the long delay. We had a customer that dropped off that that tuner I was talking about that possibly actually does need a new HDMI port. So I am gonna change it. Did you also work for Assurant then, Taptic? Because that's actually kind of cool. I worked with Assurant when they did the T-Mobile insurance claims, and so we basically worked on phones constantly. And then but with insurance claims, we were like, there were times, dude, we were sitting there doing nothing for hours and hours, and maybe you work on one phone all day long. It could be super nice. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say my dad has, my shop did claims as well as walk-ins. Wait, is your shop a CPR? Because I thought, because I was gonna say, I actually currently work for a CPR. Oh, that's cool. Wait, Taptic, do you own your own shop then? I was gonna say, a lot of the phones that I have looked up to like see how the screen comes off, whether it's like just the screen or if we have to go through a certain part of the phone, whatever, to take it apart. I've watched some of your videos and I'm like, these are a lot of like super obscure phones, like that I feel like if you own a repair shop, you will have seen at some point or another. Okay, that's so funny, dude. I feel like in this field you'll find somebody that's worked at Assurant somewhere. Got a piece of plastic shoved in there. What the heck? I didn't own the shop, just managed. I've always... Oh, yeah. That's so funny, man, because, like, honestly, yeah, when looking up a lot of the repairs, I was like, wow, these are... And I'm, like, every single time I would look up, like, a really obscure repair, like I was watching and I was like, wow, this sounds the same, and I would look and I was like, Taptic Digital. I'm like, that's interesting. And so that's when I commented and I was like, dude, like literally saving my butt over here at the other CPR location that I work at. It's so funny. Such a small world, man. Do you own a shop, Taptic? Potentially? They say you said you didn't own that particular one. Oh, heck yeah, man. Your videos are great. I think I just saw you pass 5,000 subscribers at some point, which you well deserve. I don't know if you have more now, but I saw that a little bit ago. I don't always keep up with everyone, so I'm really sorry if I miss some stuff, man. I'm always trying to keep on track of everybody and, you know, like, just friends and just try to keep up with everyone. But life, dude, it always flies by and I don't always have time to do everything because I'm running, obviously, my shop plus I I'm like full time here, or yeah, because like I work 3 days a week here and 3 days a week at the other one, and sometimes 4 at the other one. So I'm working like 6 to 7 days a week right now. It's kind of a nightmare, but Micro Mage, what's up, my dude? The whole gang's here tonight, huh? Currently working on getting mail-in repairs and saying. Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, as far as mail-in goes for us, like obviously we have a PO box and whatnot, and we occasionally get stuff through there, but it's right now it's mainly local stuff, dude. All right, here we go. I have a copy of Mario Kart here, so I'm actually gonna try it and see if it works, because like, you know, we tested touch, right? Where's the, oh, here we go. Console battery low. All right, let's see here. Does our copy of Mario Kart work? And it does. Heck freaking yeah. All right, guys, we're good. The switch is fixed. Now we can set it off to the side. I'm gonna slap our good old ticket on this boy. Now half of all these jobs are done. Mario Kart's the best. I know, right? Thankfully, I don't have to test Joy-Cons. It only came in for mid-frame, so we're good. All right, give me just a minute. Okay, so we got 2 Nintendo Switches done. Now we have this. This is a Bully Dog Heavy Duty GT. It's, if you guys remember the Minimax tuner, it's probably something similar to that. I have never worked on one of these, so I'm probably going to choke, and you guys get to witness it live right here, only at Chase Fournier Repairs. Or CF Micro Repairs, however you want to call it. All right, so it looks like a Torx driver. I'm guessing it's like a T7. It is like a T. What is this? This is a T6, so it looks like a T6. All right, let's get this thing apart. These electric screwdrivers never have enough torque, man. They never do. But thankfully this has a function where you can just use it like as a regular screwdriver, so that's nice. This also has been being worked on like constantly all day long, so it probably needs to be charged too. Oh, this is just like a, dude, this is identical to a Minimax tuner. Are you freaking kidding me? This might as well just say Minimax tuner on it. Dude, honestly, so like, off topic, what's a good place? You can find me on Discord, but to be honest, dude, if you really want to find me, you can email me. I'll just give me a second. I'll type out my email if you want to copy and paste it. But it's I think it's in the description of every one of my videos too. There you go. It's literally chasefournierrepairs@gmail.com. Literally super generic. Like, but yeah, this Bully Dog tuner uses the same exact HDMI port. Like the way it mounts is identical and everything. It's so funny. So yeah, this is definitely something we're gonna fix today. Oh yeah, dude, if you've ever seen the inside of a Minimax tuner, they literally look exactly like this. And the screen, okay, we gotta be very, very careful with this. So it's kind of like softly glued in place, not exactly, but kind of. And then we're gonna have to peel up this this tape here. That's kind of binding and holding down the LCD tab. Okay, we can unhook that connector. All right, good. We got the LCD out. Now it is time, my friends. We can work on the board. So this one actually has a through-hole HDMI port, and the board is thin enough to where we can use the classic It's not classic. It might be new to you guys, but classic to me now, the desoldering gun. So I'm getting that warmed up now. Kick on the old fume extractor. If I had the Northridge Fix microscope hooked up here, I would show you guys, but to be honest, I've got too many jobs right now to do all of that. The Northridge Fix microscope is my dad's. The one that you... So, like, okay, you know, from time to time, I'll make a video that has the blue microscope in it. That's because I'm going to be using it for the video. So, I'll put it on the bench when I go to use it, right? But, it is not a Hakko desoldering gun. It is a ANESTY ZD-915. It's like $140 on Amazon. If you look at this... Oh, I gotta type in chat. ZD. If you look that up, you'll find it on Amazon. It's $140. It's cheap, hot... Not... It's not hot garbage. It's not bad, but it's... Okay, see, the thing is, my dad has a... You know, I could say... Because there's so many different things to freaking say about repair tools, but it does feel a little cheap, but it works great. I've never... No, I have used a Hakko. I actually have a good friend of mine that has a Hakko desoldering gun. And I'm gonna have to move this out the way a little bit, guys. The Hakko desoldering gun that he has, I think it went with like a specific, he had it that went with like a specific Hakko station. I don't remember what it was now though, but I got a chance to use his, and to be honest, this works just as good as that one does. And my dad's got a Pace, like an older Pace desoldering gun, and that one works just as good as mine does, as good as the Hakko does. I mean, one just feels a little bit better than the other, but like, to be honest, they all work good. So what I did first is there are 3 mounting holes for this HDMI, and I just flowed some leaded solder in there so we can get the solder to suck out. Use a $35 soldering iron at home. Yeah, I hear you. To be honest, even cheap soldering irons work. I mean, you can get them to work. I literally have a video on it using a comparing my $300 soldering iron, which is now closer to $400 post-COVID, that versus a $10 soldering iron. And yeah, you can use a $10 soldering iron. It works. Oh yeah, dude. Alright, boys, we got most of it out. Most of the solder came out. Because now what I'm going to do is... Oh yeah, dude, this thing is like identical to the freaking... Yeah, dude, this is basically a mini... Oh, holy crap, dude. Some of the pins came like desoldered a little bit from... I wish I could show you, but, well, we are too far in, and I want to get this thing done super quick. Alright. Some of the pins look like they got pulled away from the board. $10. Yeah, dude. Series X is no joke, man. We do those like constantly. And to be honest, man, we literally, oh, dude, I wish I could show you right now. You know what? Give me a second. Hang on. So since I couldn't show you guys in the front, you might not be able to see it super well. So I just took a picture of this. I'll tell you what it is. So it's actually a picture of the HDMI booster on the bottom of the Series X, and someone floated it. Another shop and then turned it on and freaking blew the chip. So they brought it here. Unfortunately, I ended up just bypassing, and I told the customer I was going to bypass the booster, and they were fine with that. I explained that all to them, and we had to replace the HDMI connector because that's what it originally came in for, to the other shop. And then, of course, my friends, it went to a U-brake iFix. Yes. So, yeah, pretty much around here we call it the U-brake, iBrake as well. That's pretty much what it is. But yeah, the Series X board is basically a gigantic copper heatsink. But yeah, dude, let's see here. Let's get this HDMI port off the board. I might have to use hot air for this, to be honest. Let's use like 400. Yeah, that'll work. Like at 400 degrees. We just need to get these pins nice and hot, liquefied. It'll come up. This board's pretty thin, so we don't need like an extreme amount of heat. Oh, this port's about to come up. There it is. A little bit more heat and the port came out. Yeah, hey, thank you, man. And shout out to you, man, from Iceland. Yeah, no, I know that the 1X and the Series X and the Series S, they all have the same booster chip. Yep. Yeah, U-brake iFix is no joke, man. They, you know, there are probably really, really good technicians and business people that own U-brake iFix locations, and I respect them because I know that my location will never compare as far as aesthetics go to a U-brake iFix. But to be honest, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, basically a step above. Hang on, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Yeah, to be honest, man, U-brake iFix generally is, I mean, at least the ones around me, like, dude, you know how many Series X I've seen come in from U-brake iFix? Okay, like 2 or 3, but still, we've had, I mean, we fix them like all the time, right? And we have like 2 or 3 that have come in because they float the booster. And it's like, dude, you just got to be careful in that area. But man, they're just like, they still stay in business. They're still in business. But I mean, there's a reason, you know, there's a reason why we still exist, and you know, business hasn't died for us, because we fix other shops' booster floating. And I mean, it's not difficult. It's not even difficult to, even if I were to float the booster, it's not hard to fix it, man. It's not hard to reball either. It's very simple. All right, now let's get this cleaned up real quick. Now, I'm not even saying I'm the best technician ever. I'm not. There are so many better technicians out there. But all I'm saying is, is some of the stuff that we see comes in these shops, man, is just absolutely horrendous. The soldering is awful. Yeah, basically this board is a Minimax tuner. It looks identical. So if you want to see me actually fix one of these, you can actually go watch my video on actually doing it. It's the same exact thing. Like the circuit board, everything's identical. I knew it looked very similar, but it's honest completely. Yeah, a lot of the time you can. You can, sir. All right, cool. Brand new HDMI port, my friends. I'll leave that in there, whatever. Okay, yeah, we're good to go, man. Alright, I gotta flow some solder in there real quick. Alright, that's good. Okay, solid. I can flow some solder into these holes and we're good. And we can just solder up all the legs and it's done. Okay. Alright, that's done. So I just reflowed these 3 points here. Sorry, you guys can't see. There are 3 little posts here. I reflowed them. Now the port is sitting fresh on the board. Now we just have to solder the 19 pins. And it's good to go. But yeah, you know, when I first opened, I was terrified that there would be shops that were, you know, that would really compete with, you know, the amount of stuff that we do as far as like micro soldering goes and whatnot. And I was actually terrified because I thought, well, there's probably a dozen shops out here that you know how to do this work. Dude, most of the shops around me that I know of anyways, most of the shops, if they do any soldering, it's very, very minimal. And board diagnosis, like, I mean, some of these guys, it does take days. Some jobs do require days and days of you know, repair and, you know, diagnosis, etc. But I mean, typically we fix whatever other shops don't want to take in, which is cool. And obviously I can't fix everything either, but I try. That's the only way to know if you'll be able to, is if you try. One thing I do want to get though, I want a micro pencil. I gotta have one, man. I do not have one, and I need one. I'm gonna probably just solder it like one leg at a time because the way this is designed, it's a little shoddy. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I agree. Most shops around us do not. Like, they only do HDMI ports. Most of them. Alright, come on, baby. Almost there, boys. And I need more flux. Yeah, I think motherboard repair and diagnosis is like one of the reasons why our shop is even surviving as long as it is. Because, like, one thing that I don't have that I wish I did, which I will in the future, like I don't stock iPhone screens right now anyway. I know I live on the dangerous side. I don't stock iPhone screens. The only reason I don't is because like I don't, there's like such a very like, there's an incredibly low profit margin for iPhone screens, like incredibly low. Like, and then you got 15 other shops that do iPhone screens, dude. It's really, really hard to be competitive in this market. So I don't even stock them right now. I just don't. Plus, we rarely ever get asked to fix a phone. Like, if we get asked to fix a phone, it's like a blue moon and like the end. I'm pretty sure the end of the world is near if we get asked to fix a phone. We are almost always getting asked to fix motherboard issues on devices, like constantly. Yo, Mr. Man Bun, what's up, dude? Yeah, soldering, the micro soldering tweezers suck really bad, in my opinion too. I've used them. We have a pair of them at the other shop that I work for, and they suck. I mean, they do help for some things, but I rarely ever use them. Almost done. Yo, man, what's up, Logan? Okay, it's almost done. Oh yeah, that's I bet I'm pretty sure that's almost impossible to do that. Okay. Yeah, that's like it's like living, that's really living on the edge. 2 amps of current, Nintendo Switch battery, and then lead-free solder with no flux. It's like man. I don't know right now, bud, to be honest. It may be at least a couple months right now because we are busy right now. Okay, we're good. All the pins are soldered. Let me do one quick one over real quick. I just wanted to make sure that these were 100% looking super fresh, you know? There we go. Yeah, dude, months. We are busy right now. Like for real, super duper busy. Alright, isopropyl alcohol and the cleaning with a toothbrush, my friends. Oh yeah. These pins look super fresh, man. Oh yeah, look at that. Super nice. Brand new, spanking new HDMI port on basically a Minimax tuner. It's identical to a Minimax tuner. I think it is actually a Minimax tuner. Okay. Now we can hook up the LCD again. We can probably even get this thing to boot since it uses a mini USB cable. We can plug that in instead of the, well, the customer will actually have to test it, but it came in for a broken HDMI cable or a broken HDMI port, so. But we can at least test the LCD to make sure that works. Okay, let's see here. We have it here. Here's the cable. All right, plug it up. Okay, plug it in here. Yes, it's working. It's working. Yes. Cool. All right, we're good. Now we can put it all back together. It should be good to go. All right. Thank you, sir. Dude, I wish I could have showed you on the scope. One day I will. One day we'll have a HDMI, or excuse me, an HDMI camera. Dude, the camera scopes are so expensive, man. They're like $700, man. It's a lot of duckies, my man. Lots of duckies. But it's like my brother actually works with me. And usually he has the scope because it was my dad's when he was still here at the shop. One day he will be back, but it's still like months in advance, man. It's been over a year now since he's been gone, so I've been trying to run the shop by myself. And I was running it by myself for about 7 months. Yeah, dude, USB scopes freaking suck. They freaking suck. All right, cool. So this is working. And then we have the SD card, so you can put that back in. The 1 gig micro SD card. All right, let's plug it in. All right. And it's booting up. And it connected to my computer. Nice. Okay, top left key to exit USB mode. USB mode off. Heavy duty GT. It's got some like RPM boost, speed stuff on it. Yeah, this thing's done. I'm gonna call a customer and have him come pick up because he actually lives in the area. Give me just a minute, boys. Okay, all right, we're good to go. Customer agreed to the price. And thank God I had HDMI ports on hand for this thing, dude. All right, so we did a couple things tonight, man. We're trying, dude. Literally, we still have, dude. We literally had how many? 4 PS5s come in today. One of them was water damaged from the storm that I told. Okay, so if you missed the beginning of the stream, which respectfully, if you guys did, we had a really severe storm here in Michigan, like almost like a monsoon. It was like freaking crazy. What ended up happening is there was flooding like everywhere, and I slept through the entire thing. Like I woke up, it was just like sunny day and just flooding everywhere. So we ended up coming in today, and we had a PS5 that was submerged underwater. And I got all the water out of it. There wasn't any severe corrosion, cleaned out the power supply, all that. I got the console to turn on, and it sat working for probably about 20 minutes and then shut off. So probably didn't leave it off or leave it to dry long enough. So that's going to be an interesting fix. But there was water originally. I blew the thing off like entirely with an air compressor. The thing was very clean and dry. So I don't know. Anyways, so we got that one. I will be looking at that one on Saturday. At least it's all cleaned out and it'll have time to dry. We have another one that approaches the welcome screen and then shuts off. So that one's going to be very interesting. Dude, that's so funny. To dry the board out, dude, might as well, man. That's probably the only way that's really good to do it. What else? We had another PS5 HDMI come in. We had a Samsung tablet that I had to replace the charging port on because it keeps breaking. The customer's been here like 3 times because they have a dog that keeps knocking into the tablet and breaking the charging port off the little charging port board, and it's not breaking it off, but it's like severing the joints away from the board, and I keep reinforcing the joints every time, and some of the time I have to change the port, but I think it's been like the 3rd time the thing's been in, but we fixed it. That's done. We had the 2 Nintendo Switches come in. One of them needed a Joy-Con rail. The other one needed a Joy-Con rail and a mid-frame. And 2 iPads came in today too. One needs an LCD. The other one does not turn on, does not charge. I think that's it for now, though. I think. Oh, and then we have a MacBook that I got to order a battery for tomorrow. Once that gets done, hopefully the battery will fix it. But the battery does not show any voltage, and it seems like it goes to start charging the battery and then doesn't. It starts to charge, but then like I think the battery is bad. It doesn't really want to charge, so I'm not sure. But dude, yeah, having my brother here has literally made all the difference with business, man. Basically, right now we're open 6 days a week now, but we're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 to 8, and then I'm here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays we're open 11 to 8. Then we're open Thursdays today, 1 to 8. And I typically leave at 7, but my brother is not here with us today. He is out doing another job. And then Saturdays 10 to 3. So we kind of have weird hours, but we're doing our best to stay open. And then I'm Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday I'm at my other job, CPR. Trying to grind, man. Trying to grind. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's basically it, man. But yeah, one day I'm going to get the Northridge Fix microscope, and it'll be permanently here. I do prefer to use one of these, but I don't know, man. Like, sometimes it's just nicer to have a camera scope. Just looking at a screen to see what you're working on is so nice. I can work either way. Either one is fine. One thing I want to get into is reballing the Nintendo Switch APU. I want to get a stencil for that. Oh, that's kind of funny. Dude, I know. The screen scopes are like super OP. Because you don't even have to you just look at the screen. You don't have to do anything but look at a screen. It's so convenient. You just we have this one at CPR. It's like a telescoping, and it has one of these on it, but it's like a telescoping arm. Dude, I want one. Why I bought this double arm boon crap is just beyond me. But some people like it. I respect that. But for me, why did I buy this crap? I mean, it is what it is, to be honest, though. Yeah, I figured at least for now, I'd be finished up with the day. I've got 3 more PS5s in the shop right now, and I'm just we're not gonna be open tomorrow. Dude, articulating arm, dude, is it's literally so OP. Oh yeah, I think I've seen those on videos before. Those are really, really cool. But I mean, when it comes to seeing all sides of the component, I mean, it's as simple as bringing the scope over and just flexing the board, or tilting the board around so you can see all sides. But that is really cool. I have seen those before. But yeah, my dad has an articulating clamp arm that clamps to the bench. I don't really like that one nearly as much as the one we have at CPR that is like a platform and then comes off. I know. Just using our hands instead of having it automated. How much money could be saved? I'm so dead, dude. Dude, for real. Yeah. Anything you have that's plastic. No problem, Taptic. You have a good night, bud. Thanks you for dropping in, dude. You're the best. Micro, did you see that did you see the video where I visited iPad Rehab? What does it say? Oh. My connection drops out every once in a while. I know. Of course she was out of town that day. But what I thought was really hilarious was that she was in Michigan. I thought that was really funny. But I know, my repairs do not compare to hers in any regard. I know, Dad. I know. I should have done a video on that, but we were busy that day. I had lots of stuff to do. Yeah, dude, honestly, as far as iPad Rehab goes, dude, it was, it really was dude, yeah, Mark, I wish I got a good chance to meet him. He was not in. I don't know if he's still working there or not, but I didn't really ask at the time. But I'll be honest, going in there was probably one of the most surreal things. It didn't even register I'm actually in one of the most famous shops in the world. It was really cool seeing all, like, just being in the presence of greatness is the way it felt. It felt like being around people that um, are just insanely good at what they do. And that was something that was really surreal for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had honestly no idea, man. So it kind of reminds me of STS Telecom then, because I think he's in Florida too. Sorry, Dad. One day, one day I'll get a thumbs up from you. I'll be a better son and fix the IFR service monitor for you. One day. But yeah, it was really cool. When I was there, one of the gentlemen that was there that worked on game consoles, I already covered it in the video, but it was funny. He had seen me and he was like, "Oh, I've seen your videos," and I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" I couldn't believe it because I'm like, I mean, I guess I could believe it because it is kind of a small world, but like it was just really cool. Like someone that like in a place that I really admired had seen me before. That's really cool. But yeah, I mean, like I sat and talked with him for a little bit. Didn't really want to overstay my welcome. Didn't want to film in there or anything. Just wanted to like take a couple pictures and hang out with them for like a little bit because we were obviously we were on a trip to see our favorite band, and on our way back we were literally passing through there. So I was like, heck yeah, dude, we're gonna stop at iPad Rehab. That's like what's really cool because like I'd really like to meet like Lewis Rossman as well because he was and still is one of the most influential right to repair activists plus repair technicians there is out there, and I'm sure there are even better ones out there, but you got to think like the ones that are really good typically don't make videos, and so you either have some guys that are just stupidly good and they just don't make videos, and so you don't know that they exist. So there are probably guys out there that are incredibly good, but well, you just don't know. But yeah, I mean, Lewis is definitely one of the guys that I would like to meet one day and just hang out with. I'm gonna have to go to Texas now, which is a lot further away than I'd like to be. Texas is really hot. I'm not exactly. There's really nothing in Texas that I really want. Like, there's nothing in Texas that I would really like to go and do either. Or at least that I can think of. Like, I guess go and see Rossman Repair Group. That's basically it for me. Um, but, like, New York, like, Jessa's shop was probably 7.5 hours away from here. So like just doing the drive, like obviously 7.5 hours was, it's pretty far, but um, like in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that bad of a drive. It actually went by pretty quick, and like it was probably one of the, like I said, one of the most surreal experiences, just seeing all the scopes and the history of videos that she has done and growing her shop and being influential in iPhone and iPad data recovery and just being one of the most influential data recovery centers in the world, I think is probably one of the coolest things that you could ever see. Um, because, you know, like one thing I'm working on right now at CPR is sandwich board repair. Splitting the sandwiches, reballing the sandwiches, putting them in the jig, getting data from phones, etc., and offering that as a actual repair, and offering that to customers because, obviously, if you can offer that to customers, then it's as a viable option. Then you can always grow your business in that direction financially too. And one thing I realized is that phones, tablets, laptops, all electronic boards are basically the same, just they're bigger and smaller. Yeah, I respect Rossman. He's a good character for sure. He's got a very unique personality. I'll say that. You can tell that the man has been through stuff in his life, and so he has a very I don't know how to explain it. Not pessimistic, but like, because he can be super optimistic. I don't know, just a very quirky personality, but I like it. I don't personally mind. I would love to meet him because like being able to like pique his mind and stuff and try to understand some of the stuff that they do is just like blowing my mind for me. I mean, like, sure, yeah, we do component level board repair here, you know, but like, I've done most of my repair knowledge is without schematics. Most of it is. So, learning how to use the schematic to do some of the board repair. I'm trying to teach myself that. Just like from. See you later, Dad. Take care, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best to teach myself. And I mean, hey, we go day by day, man. But to be honest, like the three tools that I use in diagnostics and electronics, thermal cam, multimeter, power supply. Those are the absolute three most important tools that I use for diagnosing, not repairing, diagnosing electronics. So funny, dude, that I even got into this field. I started like I didn't even know I was gonna do this. What's funny is like I started fixing game consoles because of jailbreaking, dude. Like I started jailbreaking game consoles and iPods and iPhones and stuff, and then I ended up getting a couple of PS3s and 360s that needed repair, and so I would repair them, mod them, and resell them, and that's basically the job that I did for a long time, and slowly got better and better. I seen that HDMI repair was a very prevalent issue that needed to be remedied and taken care of. And so I taught myself how to do HDMI ports. I met a good friend of mine in Bellevue, Ohio, that taught me more and more about flux and soldering and the right soldering irons and the right to have a microscope, etc. And so pretty much went in that direction, and then I started to really get into diagnostics because at one point I actually had, because like I understood continuity and voltage testing, but I didn't understand diode mode or finding shorted components, etc. Really, I can give a lot of my thanks to my friend for showing me, because I had a TV motherboard. It was a power supply out of a TV. It was a old Samsung plasma that died, and I wasn't sure how to fix it, and so I asked him. I was like, "Hey, I have this TV. It doesn't turn on anymore." So he said, "Look at the main fuse in the power supply." So I checked the main fuse, continuity test it. The fuse is blown. He said, "All right, check the very first MOSFET. One of the very first MOSFETs in the circuit." And so I check it, and the MOSFET is shorted directly to ground. Like it's all three pins are shorted, and that was a 500 volt, 18 amp MOSFET shorted. So there were two MOSFETs that were identical next to each other. We replaced them, replaced the fuse, and put it back in the TV. Sure enough, it was working again. We used that TV pretty much until it started to have picture issues, and then we gave it away because, I mean, we didn't really need it anymore. Pretty much at this point, by the way, we're just waiting for my one customer to come pick up his tuner that we fixed the HDMI port on. And then I'll probably head out because it's close to 9 o'clock now. Gotta go pick up wife and the baby and then go home. And then go to bed and wake up and do everything I just did all over again tomorrow. Except at the other shop. And then I'll be here on Saturday. But yeah, so that's kind of the story about me getting into component level repair, is starting to do that, and then it kind of took off from there. And then, you know, I wanted to teach myself a little bit of iPhone repair, and as far as like logic board repair goes, so like I understand VCC main and VBAT and all of that a little bit. I like, for instance, I know on a we had an iPhone 6s come into the shop at CPR, and this was one of the more influential moments that I had in the story of just myself learning how to fix stuff. The phone, when you would hook it up to DC power and turn on DC power, the phone would immediately draw whatever I had the amps set at. I usually have the phone set at 3 amps. It immediately drew like 2.5, 3 amps. So I look at it with the thermal cam, and I see this one chip getting really hot. So I took the chip off, and then the short goes away. Well, here's the deal. On the iPhone 6s and probably other iPhones, but at least on this one, it actually has a MOSFET the MOSFET was getting hot. Well, see, the thing is this MOSFET turns on, right? And if the MOSFET gets hot, it might not be because the MOSFET's bad. It might be because the MOSFET is the middleman between you and the actual short somewhere on the board. So what I ended up doing is I looked at a schematic, a free schematic, like a board view, and I found out that it was a MOSFET that was heating up, and I saw that the MOSFET output was connected to VCC main. So I, just ohms mode VCC main, 0 ohms, directly to ground, right? So I inject voltage there. Sure enough, we find a capacitor right near PMIC that's heating up. We remove that capacitor, short goes away, put the MOSFET, reball it, put it back on, phone turns on, customer gets his data, everything's good to go. And I mean, dude, like, that's probably it was really one of the coolest things about like electronic repair. And like, what did I use to fix the phone minus hot air, reball, all that? What did I use to fix the phone? Thermal cam, multimeter, power supply. The 3 things I used to fix it. And it was successful. We fixed it, and a customer got his data, and he was able to use his phone again. But yeah, I mean, like, you got instances like that. Then you have instances where like we had a iPhone 11 that came in. We ended up getting an eye socket for it because we wanted to split the board in 2, split the sandwich, and then swap the bottom board because there was an issue on the bottom board. There was a short, and swap the bottom board, and we were able to get the data. My customer's back. Okay, guys. Yeah, I really enjoyed my evening with you guys. Thank you for all of you guys that actually, you guys hung out with me. Each one of you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so, if you guys enjoyed those talks with, like, actually, like, fixing, motherboards and, like, learning how to fix them, dude, like, I don't know everything there is to know. I know a little bit. When I say it a little bit, like, obviously I know a lot, but I want to be, like, conservative with the way I explain it, because, like, when I look at, like, somebody like let's say hypothetically, Jessa Jones or Lewis Rossman, STS Telecom, Northridge Fix, I mean, a lot of those guys, they are, like, God tier, in my opinion. That's, to be debated, but in my opinion, they're, like, God tier. They're very good. And so, like, I aspire to be like that one day. Maybe one day. But as for today, I am just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. Ruggers Customs, what's up, man? I'm actually just getting ready to get out of here, unfortunately. I'm, like, just ready to get out, man. I am about to head out. I've got some stuff to do at home. I just finished up with the day. See here real quick. There we go. There's, like, a really loud, I don't know what it is. There's, like, every so often there's a really loud, like, ringing sound. But anyways, well, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. I appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing only if you like the content. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button. Because, like, I mean, if you hit the subscribe button and you don't like the content, then there's no reason to subscribe, and I would never, ever want you guys to subscribe if you don't like the content. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming out to hang out on the stream. You guys are awesome, and hopefully eventually we'll do another stream eventually at some other point in time. Until then, I don't know if I'll have a video this week. More than likely I won't, considering we were extraordinarily slammed tonight. So, yeah, I will see you guys next video. You guys take care and have an awesome rest of your week.